So for more, let's bring Luria. He's head of technology research at D.A. Davidson. Thank you so much for joining us. I guess sort of give us your overall expectation for the print. I mean, do you think margins can hold up in that 81% range? That's really impressive.
Yeah, there's no reason to believe that they will not. This is a company growing revenue 50% with 50% operating margins. Both are by far the best in the entire category. Palantir is the best software company, and it's not even close. They are doing things that other companies have not been able to figure out how to do. They are helping companies with disparate data in a lot of different places bring that data together so those companies can build AI applications. They're doing it because they're not requiring their customers to cobble together a lot of different pieces of software and then hire a consultant to implement it, which is most of what other software companies are doing. They go to their customer and they tell them, we'll do it all for you. We'll help you from A to Z to get to the solution you want around AI, and nobody else has been able to do it, which is why they can charge the premium, keep these margins high, and continue to win. And it's started to self-perpetuate. The more they win, the more their customers are showing up, the more partners they're getting, and it's reinforcing their growth path. So we absolutely expect them to continue to have spectacular results.
Well, nothing that you said there makes me understand why you have a neutral rating on the stock, and you're holding it at 170 for the price target when we're above 200 at this point.
Because we're in unprecedented valuation territory. Whether it's 85 times or 100 times revenue, we've never been at these levels for any company, including Palantir. So it's hard to say whether it should be 120 times revenue or 80 times revenue, 300 times earnings, 200 times earnings. So we stay away from that conversation. We're more focused on how well the company's going to do and are very clear about how highly we think of it without getting caught up on in valuation terms that, again, are almost nonsensical because the numbers are so unprecedented.
So when we are looking at the business, as Seema sort of discussed some of the issues potentially with the government business, the commercial business is not as large, but certainly has a lot of opportunity there. So what are you expecting in the details when it comes to the government clients that they have as well as the commercial clients?
Yeah, so the government is where a lot of the moving pieces are. The big picture is the U.S. armed forces and defense agencies are adopting Palantir's software at an unprecedented rate. Palantir does for them what they want to do. Instead of having to build the software themselves, Palantir does it for them. That's a constant. That's been reinforced by this administration and the direction of the U.S. Department of Defense over this last year. On the other side, you have a government shutdown. That often slows down decisions. It slows down spending. We're going to have to watch for what they say about that. And even if they say it hasn't impacted them yet, at what point in a government shutdown do they start feeling it? And then the last piece is the smallest piece, but it could be impactful, which is this was a fiscal year end. And because of all the moving pieces within the U.S. budget, there may have been a budget flush. They may have actually gotten paid a lot more by the end of September just because agencies knew they may not be able to spend in the new year, or they may not get budgets in the new year, and they wanted to spend ahead of time to reserve some services going forward. So all those moving pieces will interact. Again, long term, the situation is very good, but in the short term, there should be and could be some noise around that part, the U.S. government business.
Very interesting. Well, before we let you go, I know that you had a meeting with the CFO of Palantir, sort of to describe to you how AI has potentially changed its trajectory. Can you explain what you learned?
Absolutely. That Palantir has been preparing for this for its entire existence. This situation where companies would value the ability to bring data together, would value a company coming in and solving all their problems, and would value a very strong sense of mission and purpose that in the past maybe some of their commercial customers were hesitant about. Now everybody sees Palantir as a winner and is embracing that. And that's what our conversations with their customers have led us to believe as well. People want to be associated with a winner.